Gentleman from New Jersey reserves. The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will yield 2 minutes to my good friend from Ohio, member of the Energy and Commerce Committee, Mr. Latta.
The gentleman is recognized
Madam Speaker, I thank my friend for yielding. I rise in opposition to H.R. 5376, a bill the Democrats claim will reduce inflation when in reality it will do the exact opposite. American families are struggling to keep the lights on at home. Far too many people in this country are worrying about the costs associated with putting food on their tables and gas in their tanks. And yet, the majority has decided now is the time to double down on their tax and spend policies, with American taxpayers footing the bill. It is also concerning that this bill promotes anti-American energy policies. It will put aside $250 billion at the Department of Energy to subsidize the rush to green energy. This is picking winners and losers in the energy market and will scare away investments in baseload power sources. American small businesses need access to more reliable energy, not less. If the grid becomes too reliant on intermittent green energy sources, we will begin to see manufacturers shutter their operations. Although it is hard to see how this bill could be salvaged, I did offer an amendment to try to prevent this outcome. My amendment would have required the Secretary of Energy to certify that the bill would not negatively impact electric grid reliability before funding could be used. Considering the devastating consequences that would result for American families and businesses, it makes perfect sense that the government should do its due diligence in examining all possible outcomes. Unfortunately, the majority chose not to consider my amendment on the House floor today. I urge my colleagues to vote no on this legislation because it will increase taxes on American families, institute price controls that will block innovation in medical cures, promote irresponsible spending on Green New Deal carve-outs, and provide significant risks to the electric grid. Madam Speaker, I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Kentucky reserves. The gentleman from New Jersey.